The most we can do is to study and observe, as this anthropologist is doing with a group of South Sea Island children. However, an experiment of sorts was made, quite unintentionally, but on an enormous scale in the 18th and 19th centuries. A large number of West Africans was forcibly uprooted from their own culture and set down 3,000 miles away in a totally different culture. Some of the folkways these African tribesmen brought with them have persisted, influencing our culture in various ways. But despite many factors tending to perpetuate the African group as a group, a number of their descendants are today indistinguishable from Americans of other stocks, except by their physical appearance. Obviously, these people would be no more at home in an African village than their tribal ancestors would have been in an operating room. In short, so far as we can tell now, group differences in behavior are the result of learning, not heredity. And, of course, biologists today know that the physical traits that distinguish one race from another are not transmitted by the blood, but by the genes. Many fallacies about group differences can be traced to the bad habit of generalizing from selected cases. This young man notices how excitable his French brother-in-law is, but conveniently forgets the millions of French people he's never met. The behavior of isolated cases should not be overgeneralized to represent the behavior of a group. Just a moment, young man. I have a feeling there was one more fallacy in your statement.
All I said was one American can beat 10 Frenchmen.
At what?
At anything. Baseball.
Ah, yes, that was it. Thank you. The fallacy of the ethno-centered criterion.
Which?
Well, let me put it this way. Would you care to bet a week's pay you could beat 10 Frenchmen at, let us say, fencing? You see, Bill, a skill typical of one culture is not a proper yardstick for general comparisons between cultures. Now then, let's take another look at these fallacies we've been discussing. A nation is not a race, for any nation includes many inherited physical types. B, there is no such thing as a Latin temperament, for the behavior of the people in the various Latin-speaking countries varies widely from country to country. C, people who speak these Latin tongues are never all excitable or all anything, nor are the members of any group. D, group differences in behavior are the results of learning, not heredity. E, hereditary traits are transmitted not by the blood, but by the genes. F, the behavior of isolated cases should not be overgeneralized to represent the behavior of everyone in a group. And finally, a skill typical of one culture is never a proper yardstick for general comparisons between cultures. Now, let me leave you with just one more thought. Many popular notions about races, heredity, and group differences are completely wrong, when they are not completely meaningless. But the trouble is, when it comes to human relations, most of us tend to cherish beliefs and ignore facts.
I don't care what the guy said. I still say, one American can lick any 10 Frenchmen.
See what I mean?